What's going on, and welcome back. Before we get started, I noticed something in last week's video while I was editing. Do you hear that? That's my dog. So I'm editing last week's video and I can hear her like doing that. I'm like, are you kidding? And then I didn't notice that at first. I wasn't paying attention when I was filming, but you can hear her like walking around and around the room. But I was like, dude. So I'm fixing to start filming right now, and I have the door kind of shut. And you got cars passing by. Jeez, dude. So I got the door kind of shut. And then she comes running in. She came running in here. I was like, oh God. I was like, you want to come in here with me? So she comes in here. She jumps on the dog bed. And then she starts grunting and snorting. And I'm like, dude, stop. Stop. Please. Just sit there and lay down and be quiet. And here she comes. So, I just wanted to say this right quick because now here she is. What are you doing? In case while I'm filming this, and you start hearing snorting and grunting, it's because of her. It's because of her. She doesn't know how to just sit there quietly. And if I close the door and try to film, she'll start crying. And I'm gonna have to stop and open the door for her. So we're gonna have to deal with this today. But anyways, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. You need to stop that. Now, this past weekend, I hooked up my PS5 to the living room TV. It's the big screen, right? And I started playing Rise of the Tomb Raider again. And, dude, that game looks so good. It looks so good on that TV. I've never played it in 4K before. Now, when I first played it, I didn't have a 4K TV. And that's important that I mention, okay? Because this is one of my favorite games of all time. I'm not kidding you, hands down, I love this game, man. I love it. And I'm sitting there playing it, and I noticed some things that are a little bit different in that game, okay? So I remember being in an area, my first playthrough, and I'm not seeing it anymore in this game. I'm like, well, what the hell? Where is this place? I remember this place, and I remember getting there. So, where I'm doing my second playthrough this weekend, I'm getting to this area, and I'm like, oh, cool, I'm going to go revisit that spot where I was always hanging out at. So I remember hanging out at that spot a lot in this game. Well, not a lot, but there's some things that I was doing in that certain spot in that area, trying to figure out, and it's not there. And I'm thinking, what the hell? Where is it? And then I noticed that there's a lot of things that I'm seeing in this game that I've never seen before. Now there's certain areas in this game that I remember, and I remember doing, and that I recognize. And then there's a lot of areas in this game I don't remember being at. I don't remember doing certain things in this game. It changed. What the hell? Did the timeline change from the time that I played this game until now? I'm serious. Dude, there's things in this game that are completely different. Some that are the same, but some that are different. That it's just it's like a whole different game. I'm not kidding you. And I would remember, because like I said, this is one of my favorite games of all time. But I get it's been that long since I played this game, right? This was before I had a 4K TV. This was before the PS5 was even mentioned. But now the game changed on me somehow. Somewhere between there and now, the game kind of changed on me. And it's strange. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I remember that area. Maybe it's in a later part of the game. But no. Because I never saw it. I never saw it. Anyways. That's not what I came on here for. Dude. But I had to mention that because that was a little strange to me. So I'm like, I get to like the halfway mark in this game, and I'm walking, and I notice my character kind of takes off walking to the left a little bit, a couple seconds by herself. And I wish I had footage of this, but I don't, because I don't play a game and film at the same time, right? So I'm thinking, well, maybe the camera kind of like, it changed a little bit while I'm just standing there. But I wasn't standing there, I was walking. And I was like, okay, that was kind of strange. So I take off walking again. I'm trying to get to a certain point, a certain area, a certain spot, whatever. And Lara Croft takes off running to the left again by herself. Dude, I was like, oh my God. I was like, no. Don't start this. Okay, so let me tell you what happened here. Let me tell you what's going on here. A little while back, I'm playing Stellar Blade. Now, in that game, you have to, if I can remember correctly, click the left thumbstick down so Eve can take off running, or you can make her run, or you have to hold the left thumbstick down for her to run, right? Because I know in Rise of the Tomb Raider, you just gotta click it down once while you're moving, and she'll take off running, and that's it. She'll just stay running until you stop. And it might be the same thing with Stellar Blade, but the way I was playing it was pretty intense, dude. So I'm playing Stellar Blade. I'm clicking the left thumbstick down so she can run, and during combat, I'm clicking the left thumbstick down and holding left. Because I'm dodging left a lot. I don't know why I did that, but I dodged left a lot in that game while holding the thumbstick down and holding it to the left. Clicking it down and holding it to the left is what I meant to say. And towards the end of that game, I noticed that I started getting stick drift on this controller. It's a brand new controller, by the way. I started getting stick drift. I was like, shit, dude. I thought maybe it's not happening. Maybe I'm just imagining it. But no. I started getting stick drift. And then I finished Stellar Blade. And I was like, dude, this... And I was like, dude, is this controller broken? I was like, please don't let it be so. Please don't let it be so, right? So I started playing golf. And yes... The stick drift is real. I'm trying to hit the ball, and the thing is like, the camera's moving to the left on its own. I'm like, oh shit. I changed controllers, and the other controller's working okay, but then it starts getting stick drift. I'm like, oh my God. So I just kind of stopped playing for a bit, and then one day I picked the controller back up, and it's gone. The stick drift is gone. And it's working just fine. And I'm playing games like this, Finished one of the Castlevania games, I did. I finished one of the Castlevania games using this controller. Played golf again with this controller, and everything's working just perfect, dude. Perfect. Until this past weekend. until this past weekend. And that's another thing. That's why I'll never play Stellar Blade again, dude. Not that it's a bad game. It's not a bad game whatsoever. It's actually really good. It's just, dude, the combat in that game, for whatever reason, had me dodging to the left a lot and holding the thumbstick down, like clicking it in and dodging to the left. I don't know why I did that. That's my fault. It's not the game's fault. It's my fault for playing like that. But I was like, my buddy Mark's like, dude, they're coming out with a new DLC for Stellar Blade. I'm like, that's great. I'm not playing it because the last time I did that, this happened. So no, I'll never play Stellar Blade again. And that's the truth. That's the damn truth, man. I'll never play that game again because of this. So this past weekend I'm playing Tomb Raider, and the stick drift comes back. But then, you know, it's like I said, it's very subtle, dude. It's very subtle. It's like she's walking and she takes off to the left a little bit, and then I'm walking a little bit more, she takes off to the left a little bit. I'm like, okay, I can work around that, right? But now it starts becoming a problem because the stick drift starts getting really, really bad on this controller, to where I'm walking and she veers off to the left and I fall off a cliff. I'm not even kidding you. Or I'm trying to run in a straight line to make this jump and she takes off to the left. And it made the game almost, and I'm not even exaggerating, man. It made the game almost impossible to play. So it's Sunday, right? And I'm thinking, man, I want to play the game, but I can't because the controller won't let me. Now, I never buy controllers. I never had to buy controllers, ever. But it got to that point that the controller broke and I had to break down and finally go buy a new PS5 controller. I take that back. I did buy an Xbox One controller once, but it wasn't, it was a third-party controller with a cord, and the thing was like $20, and it still works to this day, believe it or not. But I've never had to go and like rebuy like a PS5 controller until Sunday. So I tell my son, let's go to Walmart and let's go take a look. I need to buy a new controller. I was like, I'm not gonna spend more than $50 on a controller because that's ridiculous. If I'm gonna spend that kind of money, I'd rather buy a game. But there's no point of buying games if the controller doesn't work, right? And I'm telling you, something's not right. Something's not right in the air because I remember going to Walmart and seeing controllers for $50. And then I saw the colored controllers, like the reds, the blacks, I think they had a blue one for like $60. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm not gonna spend more than $50 on a controller. I get there's tax, right? It's gonna come out to a little bit more. It's gonna be like 55 or whatever. But I was like, okay, that's where I'm gonna draw the line. That's where I'm gonna draw the line. I was telling myself, like, dude, I was so pissed off when we're going to Walmart. I was like, dude, I can't believe I'm going to Walmart right now to buy a controller. I was like, I can't believe it. And he's like, what did he tell me? He tells me, you're gonna spend, he goes, controllers are expensive. I was like, I know, dude, I know. That's why I'm pissed off, because I would rather be spending that money on a video game rather than buying a controller, right? So we get there, and I'm thinking, I'm just gonna buy a white controller. I don't need a colored controller because those are a little bit more high dollar, whatever. And that's what my son was telling me. He's like, and they don't make third-party PS5 controllers, right? I was like, I don't know. Maybe they do. I'm pretty sure they do. But here at our Walmart, we don't carry third-party PlayStation 5 controllers. It's all, PlayStation brand. It's all PlayStation controllers, original, whatever. So we get there, and I'm looking. I look at the controllers, and dude, all the controllers, white ones, black ones, blue ones, red ones, they're all $75. I'm like, what the what? $75? Since when? Since when? I remember the white ones being $50 and the color ones being 60. When the hell did this happen? What the hell? $75 for a controller? Dude, I had no choice. I had no choice. Dude, and it's not like they got brand new controllers in. This is the same stock that they've had there. The same goddamn stock that's been in this case. Unless I went on a good day and they were on sale, but I doubt it, dude. I doubt it. So I had no choice. I ended up spending $80 on a new controller. And I thought, dude, if I'm gonna get a new controller, I might as well get a black one. I know it doesn't match my PS5, but it's whatever. It looks nice. It feels nice. As a matter of fact, this one actually feels a little cheaper. It actually feels a little bit not as heavy as my original controller, but dude, it's the same damn thing, dude. Anyways, so I picked this up for $80. I'm like, dude, $80? $80 for a controller, dude? I was so pissed off. And let me tell you. I plugged it in. This is a good thing though. Check this out. I got home and I started charging this thing around 4:30. And it actually didn't finish charging until 5:30. 5:30, dude. It took about an hour for this thing to charge. And I started playing, and I was very careful. I treated this controller like it was a baby, right? And like, if I ever have friends come over, they're playing with the stick drift controller. They're not playing with this one. This was very expensive. I wanted to run places, and I walked there. I'm not kidding. I'm not clicking that thumbstick down. I mean, I did every once in a while, but I was very gentle about it. But for the most part, I wasn't like doing a running jump off a ledge to reach to another area. I was like, another ledge. I was just jumping, and it worked. I just walked, jumped, and grabbed on, whatever. Right? I didn't have to run, so I was like, I treated this controller very gently, very gently. The awesome thing is, this battery lasted me from 5:30 to 1:30 in the morning. And when I got done playing, well, for that Sunday night, when I got done playing at 1:30 in the morning, I had a bar left. And I'm like, dude, that's pretty impressive, because by that time, I'm already having to charge this other controller out. It's probably because it's a brand new controller or whatever. But, dude, I'm never playing Stellar Blade again. Never. And if I do, it's going to be on the stick drift controller. It ain't going to be on this one, dude. But I don't see there's no point in me playing Stellar Blade again. I already finished it. And like I said, it was an okay game. It wasn't fucking Tomb Raider, that's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. This one I'll play forever. So, there you have it. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.